First Alert meteorologist David Ernst here with a weather update. It was a very warm afternoon, at least by March standards. Mid-60s and into the middle 70s through much of eastern Wisconsin, well above average, but the record in Green Bay today was 75, so nowhere near that. Our next weathermaker gets into the area tonight. It's going to be mainly a wind-producing system across the region with 35 to 50 mile per hour wind gusts on Saturday, so that will have us in a First Alert weather day, but there is the potential for a round of late night storms. Speaking of that wind, these are all the wind-related products issued by the National Weather Service. There are red flag warnings for several states, a high wind warning for South Dakota, much of Nebraska, Kansas, Oklahoma, into Missouri, and wind advisories stretching into the Ohio Valley as well as into the Fox Cities and the rest of eastern Wisconsin. This evening, clouds will be on the increase with storms arriving after midnight, and winds will be increasing over this time frame, and temperatures will be slow to cool. So First Alert pinpoint predictor showing those wind speeds as we get into Saturday, up around 20 to 30 miles per hour sustained through the midday time frame, and that's when winds could be gusting 35 to 50. So here are those wind gusts. Overnight tonight, generally around 30, 35 miles per hour, and that should remain the case into Saturday morning. But as we get into the middle of Saturday morning and towards that midday time frame, you see those wind gusts bumping up to 45, 50 miles per hour across the area. So we could see some isolated power outages, some downed limbs, and any yard furniture that you might have out could be transported into your neighbor's yard. By the evening, wind gusts start to diminish, but should still be 30 to 40 miles per hour. Severe weather likely across parts of Missouri and Illinois tonight as those storms bank to the northeast. They should lose some steam, but we're still under a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5 for severe weather in northeastern Wisconsin. Quiet conditions this evening, so no worries of any storms spoiling your evening plans if you're headed out for a bite to eat, something like that. But after midnight, here we are at 2 o'clock in the morning, that broken line lifting in. The storms themselves likely won't look that intense on radar, but they're tapping into a very strong wind field, and they could easily mix 45 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts down to the ground. So that's our main concern, will be damaging winds as that rain and storm threat moves through. During the day Saturday, well, it could be a relatively quiet day from a rain standpoint. The system looks to be drying out. Temperatures tonight around 50 for a low. We'll see mostly cloudy skies Saturday afternoon, but looks like a lot of that rain will end up bypassing the area to the west, and you're looking at rain totals only around 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch instead of 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. We do turn colder by Sunday.